Good morning, everybody. This is Diane. I've been doing some prep work on this next little journal that will have a hole in the cover. This hole will not go all the way through, just on the cover, but I need to make a wheel to turn here. So that's what I've been working on, trying to figure out this morning, and I think I know where I'm going. So I used my Cricut to cut out some circles, and I came up with a 6-inch, six, yeah, I think it's just 6, because that fits perfectly in there. And then I cut a piece of cardstock, patterned cardstock, to go on the back, just to make it a little sturdier. And I had some images to go in here, and I thought I was all set, and then I realized it's very, very close to the spine, because it has that part of the spine like a golden book, but this is a Bonnie book, but it has the same sort of spine that I removed because it bends. So I lost a part of the width of the book. Now it might work this way, but I was afraid, I was afraid it would be cutting it a little too close once I get my fabric on here, and I just didn't want this to get caught up on things. So I decided to try 5 3/4 inches, and I think that will work. I mean, it fits, but as far as the images, I think I can get all my images on there. So I cut it again with a smaller size, and guess I'll just trim this circle. I cut another circle out of this paper. Oh, here it is, with my Cricut. And I could have just trimmed that one, but I didn't think about it. It gets curly because my mat is new and it's super sticky, so when you pull it off, it makes the paper curl, but it'll flatten out. So we are going to work on putting this together. While I was trying to figure it out, I took a piece of copy paper and made my 6-inch circle and then folded it so I would know where the center is, and then I marked my hole and poked it. Now I guess I might still be able to do it with that, but I also needed to make sure that I had images to go in here. So I needed to know how many would fit on the circle and how to arrange them. So I again traced this onto copy paper and cut out 4. I lost one of them, but I have 3. And they fit really, really great on this 6-inch circle. So I'm thinking there was a 6-inch circle in that book. But I'm going to switch to a 5 3/4 inch circle. So let's see if that still works. Okay, it does. But will they line up? So I guess I'm going to have to make sure the first one lines up, and then I'll glue the next one on and make sure that lines up. I don't know, this could be trickier than I thought it was going to be, but once I get this part done, the cover done, the pages I'll just do normally. I don't have to worry about lining up all the holes. So first of all, I do want to cover this because when I put the brad through, I want this already covered. So we're going to do that. I did cut some paper. It's a cream with a little black dot, and I thought that would complement this wheel because this is going to be on the inside where you can see it. So I need to make sure it's right where I want it, and then cut this hole, and then cut this notch. Just trim a little bit more in there. And that looks good. I'll glue that down. I'm going to make sure I get the edges around the notch really secured, because as you turn it, I don't want your finger pulling on the paper, pulling it up. I think the glue is going to ooze. Okay, I see a little bit of the paper through the hole. Whoops, don't do it on that. If I can't cut this thin paper, maybe I need a new blade in there. Okay, that's better. Now, let's get the right one. I'll glue this together. I pulled some scrapbook papers and I selected a couple of fabrics that might work for the spine. Didn't make any decisions on that, but just pulled a couple. My grandsons are here doing school, so I'm trying not to be too noisy. So I just lined it up. It looks like there's an even border of the white paper around it. And I have a really fun brad. I know I didn't put the pictures on yet, but just want to make sure the hole is big enough for the brad. Just want to show you what this looks like. It's so cute. Oh, gotta poke a hole in that paper too. Isn't that cute? Now, the pictures that I selected are from this book. I'm only gonna take one folio spread of pages for each signature. Well, there are 4 that are connected as a folio like that, so I might use all 4 like that. And then I have these other pages to play with. I can make ephemera with the rhymes or with the pictures. But the very first page had little pigs for This Little Pig Went to Market, and they were just the right size to put in the window there. Unfortunately, there are 5 pigs and only 4 holes, so I might take this and that last phrase along with the copyright, and I was thinking of putting it on the inside. Maybe I could put it on this wheel. I don't know. We'll figure that out, because it's a 1948 book. So let's clip this in. See, there's still not a lot of room, but there's more room, so I think it's going to be good. And I will just... I cut these slightly larger than the hole. I could trim it just a little bit more, since I have a smaller wheel. I don't have as much room to play with. And I want to erase my pencil marks where I traced around that. I just have to look for my eraser. And then glue this down. Since I cut it slightly bigger, it will cover the pencil marks. Now, I think I'm going to have to, just to make sure I get it right, I'm going to have to assemble it between every image. So that's where that is, and I need a clear window for that one. Well, I guess I can just move it so that the window's clear from the pencil mark. Why isn't it working this time? Maybe we'll only have 3 pigs on here. Oops. Okay, so we'll have 3 pigs because they're down further than where I had them. So I want to space them just a little bit better. That's not the eraser I want. That's making a mess. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. And this, oh, okay. Otherwise they would overlap. So they can go like this, I guess, right? Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna just, I guess, make a mark here, and then I can put a more accurate mark on it. Let's try it out. This is a little trickier than I thought, but it's okay. I'll just put one down. All right, we got one pig. And, okay, I want it right about there. So I can draw my lines there. And then I want it right about there. I could see my pencil marks right there in the corner, but they're up here. Now I can glue them. Forgot to erase my pencil mark on the piggy. And this little piggy had roast beef. Okay, let's put this thing together. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. It's probably dry. Get out of there. Phew. Let's put it this way. That was fortunate. I could take it off before it dried. Let's try that again. I think I might have to get a different brad. But we're going to keep using this because that's what I have right here. But I might change it out for one that hasn't been so beat up. All right. One more time. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef. Perfect. Okay. Cute. Do I want to do that? I think it's cute. I want to keep the copyright date on here. Blasted glues. Can't live with them, can't live without them. I'm going to set these aside and think about that. Well, we've got to start on it. The back cover has a little bit of water damage right there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for that. Maybe I'll just patch it with some paper and cut the notch out. But I did want to put this on the end paper, like on the front. And this is peeling up there too, so I think that's the best option, is to just put a strip of maybe a cardstock paper. I did pull a couple of pattern cardstocks to use as pages. So I could take a strip of one. There's one, and there's one. There's the other one. Oh, this one. So it could be that. I think I'm going to like this one the best. And yeah, I like the red one the best. So I'm going to cut a strip 1.5 inches. trim it a little. Okay, I like that. And glue it down. And sometimes I make a soft spine with folder on golden books, but I'm going to make a rigid spine just so it's not shifting back and forth and rubbing on the wheel that we made. It's just a paper wheel. It's made of 2 layers of patterned cards or cardstock, but they're both kind of thin cardstocks, so it's not like a chipboard wheel. It maybe is what I should have done, but I didn't. So I think it's sturdy enough, but I just don't want a cover that's shifting back and forth. And I will be adding book corners, metal corners, because these corners are soft. Got my chipboard, my Tyvek cut. So I'll probably take this wheel off to assemble the cover, put the fabric on and everything, but then I'll put it back on. Maybe we can pick out a piece of fabric right here. I have this that used to be, it was just a piece of fabric cut to fit a picnic table. When I was young, we took it camping with us. My mother just cut this fabric, and I just love the colors, so I think that would be fun on it. And I have this old sheet. This is actually either the pillowcase or the sheet. It's the hem, and I love that bright color. I might go with this. And I think just the hem part, just this part, is wide enough. It is nice. So I'm gonna take that seam out. Maybe, I guess I could just, it's too wide, so I guess I'll just cut it there. Don't know if it's wide enough or long enough to wrap all the way around, but yeah, it is. Okay, so this will go on the spine once I get that put together. And I will have one of these in each signature, and once, probably the middle one will get an extra. And I have some, these cardstock ones pulled through the front part, the wraparound part of each signature. And then just some nicely colored papers, similar to what I used in the other one, the book that had the hole all the way through. I found this when I was organizing my fabrics, and I might use these little girls as like a fabric flip. They look nursery rhyme-ish to me. I thought they were cute. So they could go in as fabric flips. And I have these cut-aparts that came with this cardstock paper. This is a paper line called Close Knit, and it has needlework featured on it. So there's doilies and this part that has like a cross stitch. And this, I guess, is supposed to represent a quilt. So I thought it might be fun to cut these apart and maybe use some of those in the journal. So that's where we're at right now. I'm going to close this video out, and I'll be back probably with another craft with me sort of video working on this journal. Tell me what you think about this fun little feature, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a creative day today. Bye bye.